Joe Simonds, like diamonds, here on a bike for this episode. This is going to be a fun one, and the title, as you probably saw, is why so many people are truly unhappy and even lonely. And before I share all this with you, let me tell you, I was in this rut numerous times in my life, and what got me out of it was actually a church service. And I talk about this church service in my book, Fishing for Happiness. If you haven't picked that up yet, please go get a copy. And the chapter's title was The Truth About Owning versus Renting. Now, when you hear that, you probably think, oh, he's talking about renting a house or renting a car or buying a house and all the pros and cons, and it had nothing to do with that. You see, this church service that I went to was all about the same topic. And this is a topic that was brought up in a couple books, including The Purpose-Driven Life. And it was all about the fact that we don't own anything, that every single thing we have on this earth is rented from God. That's it. I mean, and it's proof, right? I mean, we all know we're going to die. It's guaranteed. And when we do, we can't take any of the stuff with us. Now, that doesn't mean that we should just be careless with our money and or give it all away and just live off of nothing. But at the same point, you can't be attached to it. And so many people are so attached to all of this worldly stuff, like, oh, the perfect house, or the perfect car, or the beach house, or whatever it might be. We get so attached to it, and it actually can take a big chunk of control away from us. Like, meaning we don't know how attached we are to some of this worldly things and how much it drives us. Like, if that's your whole reason for waking up and going to work and just getting a job so you can buy more stuff, then it's most likely you're going to turn out pretty empty inside and pretty miserable, honestly. And I know, because I was there. I did that for many years. That was kind of my purpose, was to wake up, make money, and buy stuff. And I thought that was going to make me happy. Of course, I think if you've been watching these episodes, you know that that does not bring happiness. So for me, and really the big takeaway from this short episode is, one, I'm out of shape, breathing too heavily. But the big takeaway is just to have that mindset where you know everything that you have in life is being rented. And it's up to you to make the best of what you do have. If you have God-given talents, which we all do, if you've discovered yours, it's how are you using those? How are you contributing to society? How are you taking all the cool stuff and the money and your achievements? How are you taking that and giving back to your family, to the community, to your job, whatever it might be? And that's really where the magic comes in. And as soon as I just had that mindset every day that, hey, you know what? I don't own this. Like, this is all being rented. How can I best use this today to further my own legacy and to further, you know, the people that I love and the people around me? That's when really the magic starts happening. So just remember, every day when you start getting caught up in the material lifestyle and all the stuff that society tells us we need to have to be like our neighbors and be better than everyone else, just remember, it's all being rented. We own none of it. So that is it. That is the big lesson of the day. That's a really powerful one. And if you haven't picked up my book, Fishing for Happiness, pick that up. There is that chapter towards the beginning, which is, people are now saying, one of their favorite ones about just the truth about renting versus owning. And the truth is, we own nothing. So make the best of all you have, and don't let all the worldly possessions take control of you and ruin your life like it did for mine for a little bit, until I finally wisened up. So that's it. Stay tuned for another awesome episode of the Joe Simonds Like Diamond Show. Oh, crossing the water. Cool little path here near Placida, Florida. Over and out.